Julian, you there?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, everyone.
Okay. Well, just to remind you guys, this is Julian Farley, and he is our in-house SEO guy here at Idea Incubator. So he's got lots of cool stuff going on with a bunch of our sites. In particular, he's been working on a lot of these Facebook tactics that really seem to be working really well. So I'm going to go ahead and pass off to you, Julian, and I'll let you know if we have any questions in the meantime while you're going through your presentation.
Okay, great. Thanks, Shane. So you can see my screen now?
Yeah, we can see it's a full screen.
Okay. All right, everybody. So before we start on Facebook SEO, I just want to get into why Facebook SEO is such a good opportunity right now. And there's a few reasons. One is that there's actually more, you can get more traffic from Facebook than just from Google. And the most recent example of that is that Hitwise Analytics just published a report saying that Perez Hilton was getting 8 million people a month from Facebook alone, which is more than he was getting from Google. So you can easily combine these two traffic sources and just get tons and tons of traffic. Another reason is that it's more trusted than your site, particularly when if you're just launching a site off the bat. You're going to be more trusted if you're on Facebook, if your domain is kind of off of Facebook. And that's going to help your SEO efforts as well. Also, the Facebook algorithm is really easy to decode. You can just sort of reverse engineer it by looking at what comes up in the searches. And I'm going to take you through exactly how Facebook organizes content and how they rank different pages and stuff. And I mean, their algorithm is going to stay pretty open and easy to decode for at least the next 12 to 18 months. That they haven't really gotten into complex search algorithms yet. It's not like Google, who's been doing it for like 10, 11 years now. Facebook just got into it a few years ago. And also, because as you can see on your screen, or my screen, the Facebook is a PageRank 10 site. And not just that, it's not just the homepage is PageRank 10, all profile pages seem to be PageRank 10 too. And basically what is PageRank? So PageRank is an algorithm by Google that basically deciphers how much authority your site has. It's on a scale of 0 to 10, and most websites are PageRank 0. And Facebook is one of the few PageRank 10s, and you can actually obviously get a website on Facebook, and so you kind of leverage their PageRank and their authority for your SEO efforts. As you can see, WordPress.org is only a PageRank 9. Squidoo is at 8. Gap.com, which has I think 97,000 inbound links, that's only a PageRank 6. So you've really got an opportunity by setting up a Facebook fan page to kind of use that PageRank to your advantage. And it's the same with all the Web 2.0 properties. And later in this presentation, I'll take you through and tell you which Web 2.0 properties you should be using. And then the last reason is the internal search. So if you're just doing SEO and you're only getting your traffic from Google, Facebook really helps you out there because you can get traffic from both Google and the internal search in Facebook. And so, yeah, that's why Facebook can really make your SEO efforts, kind of compound your efforts and make it a lot easier in the rankings. So let's go there. Okay, so the most important part of that you need to know in getting your Facebook page ranked in the search engines is the name of your Facebook page. It's the most important thing out of everything that you put on your fan page. It's the first thing that search engines read, and it's really what they how they determine what your fan page is about. As you can see, I took a screenshot of one of our Facebook fan pages, and so that's code. That's what Google sees. Google doesn't see when they crawl your site. They don't see what humans see. They don't see what you and I and interact with on the page. They only see the code. And one of the first things, pretty much the first thing they see that is not specific to Facebook, so is not going to be the same as every other fan page, is the content and the title of your Facebook fan page. So how do you know what to name your Facebook fan page? Really, the best tool to use is going to be the Google keyword tool. You just Google keyword tool, go there and put in your niche, and it'll give you all the search volume for each of those keywords, and you look them up. You can just click on them, and you're going to get the Google search. Now, if you want to rank really fast doing Facebook SEO, then choose. It's going to work a little bit better using long tail keywords rather than the more general ones, and also you're going to get higher conversions on that traffic too, because those are people who really know and are specific on what they're looking for. But also you're going to have less competition on those keywords too. So really the rule of thumb on this is to find keywords that are in your niche that you want to rank for, and that when you do a Google search for them, you just kind of got to look for if it's a lot of pages that are showing up in the search results and not home pages. If it's all home pages, then it's probably going to be kind of competitive, and you're going to have to do a lot of what is in this presentation. But if you want to rank really fast, just find search terms where it's mainly pages. Say maybe all of them are not the home page of a site. It'll be like pages off of that, and you'll have absolutely no problem, because you've got the same thing on Facebook, but you're on Facebook, so you automatically have more trust, and you're going to have a lot easier over time building up that page rank. I'll show you, actually, let me show you some examples from Google of how important the name is. If we type in free weight loss webinar, right here. So number one is Facebook, and you can see that their exact title on their fan page is free weight loss webinar. Another one is social media marketing best practices. Right here, you can see it ranks number 2, and again, they don't have the best URL, so they've got a vanity URL, which you can get to if you want. You just need 25 fans, and then you can get your specific URL, which is going to help you out a lot too. But they don't need it. They have about 400 links going to this fan page, and they're already ranked number 2 with their dead-on title. And then the last one I'll show you is weight loss supplement answers. Again, see that their URL doesn't even have any of their keywords in it, but their Facebook fan page name is exactly the keyword that they want to rank for. So as you can see, the name of your fan page is absolutely the most important. So once you've got that sorted out, then you're going to need to know what content to put in. So it's basically the same as on your website or your blog is what is SEO friendly content. The first thing is content that's updated regularly. So and this is important because search engines love up-to-date, relevant information. And humans do too. I mean, if you were going to Google and you were searching for, say, when I go to Google and I search for news on Google, if I'm searching for and I want to know what the latest information on Google's algorithm is, or if I'm just searching for Google in general, I don't want to see something that's 6 to 12 months old. You want to see something that happened today or happened this week. So search engines know that, and they really reward you for updating the content regularly. And the best practice on Facebook is to be updating your fan page from an SEO standpoint. Update your fan page every 10 to 15 days, and that's because Facebook their kind of like internal memory, and just gets deleted and cached out after 30 days. So something that you posted 30 days ago, it isn't going to show up in any mini feed anymore. It's not going to show up in the search engines. And now search engines are starting to show status updates and all that stuff in the actual search engines. But after 30 days, you have absolutely no chance of showing up. And honestly, after about 15 days, it's going to be really hard with other people who are putting out content up there. So you really want to post at least every 10 to 15 days. The next thing that search engines love is videos. And I mean, we all know videos are really rich content. People love watching videos. YouTube is one, owned by Google, and two, it's the second largest search engine in the world. And also, I mean, people spend on average, I think every visitor that YouTube gets, they spend something like 18 minutes on YouTube, which is just outrageously more than any other website. So videos are really hot, and they're always going to be hot. So you really want to be putting videos up on your Facebook fan page. The next is discussion, and fan pages, you can put discussion tabs, and this will increase the activity, and it will update your fan page regularly because people are actively engaged with your fan page, and they're posting up stuff. It increases engagement, and one disclaimer about this is that a lot of people often think of your discussion or your forums on your site, or a discussion tab on your Facebook page as it's really easy, and it's easy to manage, and you don't really have to do anything, and it's just going to be like free content that people put up there. And that's not always the case. I mean, you do really have to monitor it, and especially at the beginning, you have to be in the conversation to get that activity going. As a general rule of thumb, you're not really going to get much of a forum or discussion if you have less than about 1,500 fans, and that's just because there's just not enough people. But again, I mean, this is another reason why Facebook has its advantages over a website, and because on websites, if you put a forum on a website, you need more activity than that. You need about 10,000 unique visitors a month just coming to your site before you can really get a forum going. And that's an absolute minimum. But because Facebook is so social, and people are so active on Facebook, you can build up a discussion, you can build up a community with a lot less traffic. The next is pictures, and pictures are always great, but you can put them in your fan page. You can put albums up there, and what you need to know on that is before you upload them to Facebook, you need to name them. Don't be putting them up with numbers as the name, and name them some keywords. Name them kind of what they are, but relate them to your keywords a little bit. And then below your pictures, you can put like excerpts and content in there, and you want to put links as well. You can put links to maybe your other properties that you're SEOing, or your business's website, whatever it is. Those links are really going to help you, and the absolute best way to maximize its value is to pretty much max out the information and the content that you have below the picture. So you can put in as much content as you want, and in the middle put in a link, because then it's seen more as an in-content link. Search engines come and crawl the picture. They see the picture. That's great, rich media, and then they go below it and they crawl what's been said, and you throw some keywords in there, and then you have your link somewhere in that content. And then the next tab that you can throw out there is Twitter, and this is going to be great because you can have it auto post, so it's just activity. It definitely maximizes your efforts as far as you don't have to be going into your fan page all the time and updating. You can update your Twitter, and it'll automatically update your fan page, and that way you get more activity, and every time the search engines come and crawl your fan page, they're seeing more change and activity on that fan page than than if it wasn't there. And then the last parts that you need to know about is that the About Us section. So that's the section on your fan page and your profile page, right below the picture. That is the first area of your fan page that's crawled by search engines. So that is really important. You want to make sure that you put some keywords in there. You can put links in there too if you're using Facebook as a way to drive traffic and SEO value to your other properties. But you definitely want to at least use that About Us section. And also the description of your fan page. That's one of the few areas that you really have opportunity to show the search engines what your fan page is about and make it more relevant to the keywords that you're trying to rank for. So you want to make sure that you've got some keywords and some related words, and just I mean don't spam and don't just max it out, just like putting in tons and tons of keywords, but make it natural, but also make sure that you've got a few keywords in there because that's going to help you out. And also there's a location area, which if you're doing this for a local business or if you own a local business and you've got a fan page, then you definitely want to put in your location into the fan page because especially with Google and the search engine showing a lot more location-specific results now, that's going to help your ranking, and you might not if you're in Portland, if your business is in Portland, your Facebook fan page might not rank in someone searching in Boston, but it will rank for people in Portland a lot sooner. So some examples that I want to show you of great Facebook fan pages and this one is absolutely awesome. Is SpongeBob SquarePants. This site is absolutely, it's either run by someone who knows SEO or they just have someone helping them out. I mean, as you can see, they've got the link up here. They've got everything sort of filled out. Maybe you need to like it, and then you can see everything. But okay. As you can see, they've got activity on their wall. They've got the Twitter in here, so there's just stuff being posted last 24 hours. Their photos, if you check out their photos, they've got, we'll just pick some at random, but what is this? Hold on. They've got really very well tagged photos, and a lot of them, okay, these, I mean, they all have descriptions in underneath them, but a lot of them also have links, I've noticed, underneath them as well. And also what they have that's really, really cool is this interactive, let me see if I can find it. Maybe this is it, SpongeBob Mood. They've got this interactive profile tab, and you can just easily post to your profile their stuff. So this is going to get into, we're going to get into this in a few slides about internal Facebook linking and how that helps both your internal search ranking and your ranking on search engines. Okay, and then one example that I just want to show you for kind of the power of Facebook is this one. He's got, Adam Sandler has tons of fans, but I mean his wall just sorry, not his wall, but a lot of his links in here are broken. I mean, they're not, it's not a fantastically SEO'd site, but he's got videos up here. He's got really rich media. All the photos are tagged really well, and he's got tons and tons of internal Facebook linking. This seems to be running pretty slow, so I'll just go back. But you can check out these. I highly encourage you to check out those fan pages because SpongeBob SquarePants, The Twilight Saga, and Adam Sandler. I mean, they all rank for their keywords, and It just shows you the kind of the power of Facebook, of both the internal linking and the page rank that you get behind your SEO efforts. So, okay. Next is the most important stuff is how do you get your site ranked in the search engines. And there's basically, when we're talking about Facebook fan pages, there's 4 different criteria. The first is your title, which we talked about, and then the next is external links or inbound links, and then after that it's internal Facebook links, and then activity. And so the next most important after title is going to be your inbound links, and there's kind of a linking strategy here that's going to work best for you. And when you've got your fan page all set up with those tabs with rich media in, you want to submit a press release. Submit a press release about your fan page and your business, and you can link in the press release back to your Facebook fan page. And what this is going to do is it's going to get you about probably about 100, maybe 150 links, depending on the press release, back to your fan page. And they're from news outlets, so they're not niche specific or they're not specific to your niche, but the search engines view it as really timely and up to date, and a lot of the time you'll get high quality kind of good page rank links back to your page just from doing a press release. And for those of you who weren't on the Black Friday webinar, in the resources section, you'll all have a template for a press release. So if you don't know how to write a press release, don't worry about it. There's a template there that'll take you through the steps. And there's a lot of different press release services out there. There's PR Web, which everyone knows about. That's a really expensive one. It'll cost you like $200 to $400 to send out a press release. That one's probably the best, but the close second that we found, and I've tested a bunch of them, is WebWire. And you just go to webwire.com. They've got a few packages ranging from $20 up to, I think, about $150. But for the money, the $20 one is the best. That's the one that we use here. So you just go to WebWire. You can write your press release, submit it, and that day, or at the very latest the next day, it's going to be out there in the search engines getting picked up. And if you don't want to spend the $20, also all of you will have a list from me of free press release sites. So you know that. Okay, so that's going to be the first step in your linking strategy. And then once you've done that, and you've got kind of that newsworthy buzz about your fan page, the next thing that you want to do is get high quality links to your fan page. And there's a lot of different ways you can do that. You can do that with blog commenting, but the fastest, easiest, and cheapest way is Fiverr, which that's Fiverr, Fiverr. There's 2 R's. You go to Fiverr.com and search for high PR link building, or high PR SEO, or high PR links, and try to get. You only need 8 to 10 high page rank links going to your Facebook page. .edu links work really well here. You can get .gov links on Fiverr too, but you don't need them for your Facebook page. It really isn't going to help you that much. Just stick with the high page rank links. Those are going to be the most important. But you can go to Fiverr, and everything's $5 there. So you spend $5 and you get 10 high page rank links. And also, next thing you're going to want to do is go and get some forum links. So this code right in here that I put in URL, semicolon, view topic, and then your keyword. Replace your keyword with whatever your keyword is, the niche that you're in, and the results for that search is going to be a bunch of forums in your niche. And then just sign up for 2 or 3 of them. And what you want to do is create a profile in those forums, and you can put your link in those profiles, and then also go into some of those threads and start commenting, start talking to people about whatever those threads are about. And what that does is that well, okay, you've got to put in also when you're setting up your profile, you can set up your forum signature and put a link in your forum signature back to your profile. If they allow you to put a link back to your Facebook fan page or to an external URL, then by all means do that. But most forums nowadays aren't allowing you to do that. They just allow you to link back to your profile. So just link back to your profile, and every time you make a comment in a forum, that link is going to go back to your profile.
Hey, Julian, let me cut in real quick. So someone wanted you to show again where you're filling out the website in the forum links.
So, where the forum links go?
Yes, yeah.
Or you mean the code to find the forums?
Well, it's coming from Clifford. He specifically says, where do we fill in our website in forum links? So I'm not sure exactly.
Sure. Yeah. So there's going to be two areas. One is in your signature. You in every forum, after you leave a comment, there's going to be your signature. So it would say your name. So if it was Clifford, you say Clifford, and then you could write either a quote or some other information. But you can put a link in there, and that more often than not, that's going to link back to your profile. And your profile is sort of like a Facebook profile. You set up your name, your information, your job, and then you've got an area for a URL. It's just in your forum profile. Like if you're in a forum and you go up to my account, it'll drop down with like profile information or my information, and then you can put in your URL in your profile. Does that answer the question, Shane?
Yeah, and quite a few people are also asking, where are you finding these forums at?
Oh yeah. Okay, so here I'll do an example. So say we were doing health supplements. So if we take this and go to Google, you just replace keyword with health supplements, and not all of them are going to come up as forums, but a lot of them will. Here. So this is a Livestrong forum. So right here you've got a forum, and then you can just log in using Facebook, or you can register. I would definitely recommend registering and then filling out the information, because then you're guaranteed to get a profile on the forum.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so that's going to be your high quality links, and there are other ways you can get them, but I really like forums because I'm a big fan of just compounding your efforts. So you don't go out there and just get links for the sake of links, but get links that are going to provide you value as well. So in a forum, if you're active in the forum, you're going to end up getting along with some people in the forum will like you, and they're going to just want to look at your profile, so they check it out, and then they click onto your fan page. And since they've already been interacting with you in a social environment like a forum, then they're going to be perfectly happy interacting with you in Facebook. It's a very smooth transition. So you're going to get more Facebook fans that way as well. And also, just from a link perspective, forums are very related. You can get related niche-specific links. So it helps you in as far as search engines go, because they see that you're getting all these links from related websites. Okay, and then so that's the first two. That's how you get the high quality links. The next is going to be what you want to do is get some Facebook fans, and you can go out there. I'm sure that you've learned in this course how to kind of do that organically. But if you just want to get like a quick boost of fans, so it looks, so you're not sitting there trying to get fans with 0, 1, or maybe two fans that make it look like you're popular. You can go to Fiverr. Again, that website that you can get the high quality links from. Go to Fiverr, and there's people who will invite all of their friends or all of their fans over to your page, and you're going to get just a ton of fans. I've spent $20 on one of our sites, and we've got over 1,400 fans. It was just kind of a test to see, but we've got over 1,400 fans on that one from spending $20 on Fiverr. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to get get that. And all you got to do is go to Fiverr, and there's a search box, and just type in Facebook fans, and there's going to be tons of people. And then, so after you've got the high quality links and you've got the fans, the next step is if you're not ranking already for your search term, then you want to wait 2 to 4 weeks to just let all that stuff sit, and the search engines just kind of wait for them to crawl all your links. And then you just want to hit that site with tons of links. just hit like mass links. And again, the cheapest and fastest, easiest way to do that is Fiverr. Go to Fiverr and find someone who will just blast like 500 links at your Facebook fan page. And I mean, one of the examples I showed was social media marketing best practices. That site's got I think that site's actually got about 700 inbound links. I mean, you can get more links than that on Fiverr for $10. There's people who will give you 600 links for $5. So if you wanted to beat them, you just need to spend $10 on Fiverr and wait a week or two, and you're gonna rank better than them. So that's the linking strategy behind getting your Facebook fan page ranked. And now let's talk about the internal search of Facebook, because that's how to get traffic from Google and from the search engines. So now let's talk about the internal search. And like I said earlier, this is really easy to decode and really easy to sort of game, I guess, if you want to use that word. There's two different types of Facebook search. There's the auto-populate, and then there's the results. So the auto-populate is when you're in Facebook and you're typing out something, and it's like Google Instant. Before you hit enter, all this stuff just auto-populates below and kind of suggests, hey, is this what you want to look at? And so that's the auto-populate. And then there's also, after you hit enter, you see the results page, and there are two different algorithms that are giving you those search results. And so the auto-populate one, first thing is from what you're typing in is your name. And the second thing that pops up is the events that you're invited to. So those will pop up if they're similar to what the person's searching. And then the third thing is your friends with keywords in the name. And then the fourth thing is your second degree friends with keywords. So second degree friends are friends of your friends that you're not directly connected to, but those will show up in the auto-populate search as well. Okay, and then the results page is, first thing that pops up is the name, the person's name with keyword in it. If it's a fan page or an event or anything like that, if you like it, that's going to pop up. That's going to pop up next. And then third is if your friends like it, that'll pop up because Facebook just kind of wants to see that, they figure that you'd be interested in it as well. Fourth is events that you're invited to. Fifth is if you visited that site before, and then last is if you list it as an interest in your profile. And but the main thing I want you to focus on here is that events that you've been invited to for both auto-populate and results show up really high. And this is really the fastest and easiest way that you can rank high in Facebook search, because you can create an event and you can basically invite anybody you want. All you need is either to be their friend or you need their email. So if you have an email list, you can drop that into Facebook and just invite everybody on your list to your event. And also, kind of the super sneaky trick behind this is that there's no restrictions on messaging these people. So once you've invited them to your event, you can message them as much or as often, and you can message them with anything you want. And it's not like they have to RSVP to your event. They might not do anything. They might not RSVP at all, and you're still going to show up top in the auto-populate search and in their results search page. And I mean, you can message them with anything you want. And I mean, once you get once you get really cranking on your fan page ranking, you'll quickly figure out that with events you can do the same thing. So when you're creating if you're creating an event explicitly to show up in people's search results, you can create an event the same way that you created your fan page, with the title being a keyword that you want it to rank for. And you do the same exact process. So in the body of the event, you sprinkle in your keywords there. You describe the event. You put keywords in there. Make the event, put the event date like 3 years out ahead. You can put it way far out ahead, and that way you're going to get the most value out of it. Because if you put it 2 weeks out from now, 2 weeks later, it's going to be gone. Facebook just gets rid of it. But you can make it. You can make it really, really far out ahead, and then just start inviting people to it. And as you get more people's emails or whatever, you can put them in there and invite them to the event. You're going to show up top, and then you can also get people. You can also drive traffic to that event or to the fan page from there. And as you can see, the sites and the pages that you visited before will show up in their results as well. So that's kind of like a double way to show up in people's Facebook internal search results.
Hey.
Yep.
Julian, some people are kind of asking if you can be a little more clear on what you mean by creating event.
Oh, create. So it's just a like Facebook event here. I can do that. You just go to, is Facebook down? I mean, that's weird.
Facebook, they just updated the fan page layout. I don't know if you noticed that. So that's the new fan page layout. It's kind of similar to the profile layout. So I think they're doing a lot of stuff.
Okay, but I'm just trying to go to like regular Facebook right now to show how to create an event. I mean, all you've got to do to create an event is it's below the. It's either you can do it. I think you can do it from a fan page too, or you can do it from your profile page. It's just right below the picture, and you you click where it says events, and there's going to be a box in the top right that says create an event, and that's where you put the information in to of the event. You can make it geo-specific if you want, or you can just put in description information, name and date, and then invite people to it. And underneath where you can invite people, you just pop in. That's where the email information goes.
Right. So when you're saying that it can be listed 3 years out, that means you just list the actual date of the event 3 years from now?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Okay. And then one thing that you should know about internal Facebook.
And before we go on, a few more people still ask about events. Just so you know, guys, an event can pretty much be anything. It could be a webinar. It could be, an actual live party. It could literally be any type of event something that can occur, and you can call it an event. It could be anything. So if you want it to be a webinar, I've had a few people ask, it could easily be a webinar. Yeah. Thanks for that, Shane. Or if you're doing this for a local business, you could make it their anniversary. Say that they've been open for 2 years, make it their 5-year anniversary. Yeah, you're right. It can be anything. Okay, so there's a tiebreaker internal ranking factor in Facebook search, and that is the amount of likes that you have. And this also goes into internal linking in Facebook. But again, likes. You're going to want to you can get likes from Facebook, like down here. I kind of screenshotted one. This guy said, I will get 30 likes for your Facebook fan page for $5. So for $5 you get 30 likes. And you can also use those likes for like status updates and stuff like that. So that is kind of a way to sort of gain the Facebook like thing and break all these tiebreakers that come up when you're tied with someone for these search rankings. Also, as I was mentioning before, how status updates are starting to show up in search engine in the search engine in like Google. In Google, they won't show any status updates that have less than 5 likes, and it's just a way to kind of for Google and the search engines to filter out what is really popular and what they should be showing versus what isn't. So if you want your status updates to show up in the search engines, you can just you can either go to Fiverr and get 30 likes for 6 of your status updates, or you can go to that I'll be talking about in a few slides called Short Task, and that's just it's spelled how it's pronounced, shorttask.com. It's a micro task website where you can pay people
about 5 to 10 cents to do something for you, and I mean usually it's really basic stuff, but one of those things you can use them to do is either like your fan page, like your status, or comment on your Facebook fan page, or on anything that you want within Facebook, and so that if you're trying to just show up in your status updates to show up in the search engine results, then that would be a cheaper way of doing it than Fiverr. Okay, so yeah, so exactly right here. So how to rank internally? Basically, the two factors that you need to kind of manipulate here are or have is events and the likes, and that's exactly what we just talked about. Was so short task right there. That's you just sign up as a seeker, and then you post jobs for 5 to 10 cents each, and solvers, they call them, will come and take those jobs. And you don't pay them if they say they did it, and you check to see and they didn't, then you don't pay them. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so next is content, and because even if you are kind of doing all this stuff to rank high, and you've got a bunch of fans, but I mean you still want organic fans, and you still want that engagement with your target market. So the best kind of strategy for making sure that it pleases the search engines as well as gets engagement from people is what we call the piggyback system. And this is basically taking newsworthy content, so stuff that's in news right now and stuff that's hot, and tying that into your brand or your business or your fan page, and doing status updates about it, talking about it to people. And I mean this works for pretty much all types of copy, but it seems to work really well with social media, because it's just kind of the nature of social media, that it's so timely and up to date all the time, that having newsworthy content on there is just gets people really going, and that's how you're going to get a lot of those likes, and you're going to get people really commenting on your stuff. The two best places to go are going to be Dig and Reddit, and Reddit is actually a little bit hotter right now than Dig, but they kind of fluctuate back and forth. But you can go to Reddit, you can go to Dig, you can find what is on Reddit, it's the top most popular stuff, and then Dig is the most dug stuff, and you can go there and you can actually search within your niche, so you can find niche specific stuff. And you want to kind of tie that into your status updates. Other sources of content that you can use for this would be Oprah or 60 Minutes. So go and you can go to Oprah.com and find out what's on the Oprah show for the next week, and if that ties into your brand or your business in any way, then you should absolutely kind of talk about it, or what's on 60 Minutes for the next week. An example would be that today on Oprah, she's got a woman who sued her husband for like $12 million and won. And I mean, just thinking about different ways that you could tie that into your brand. If you were a local lawyer, you could talk about that. If you were a relationship expert, you could talk about that. If you were in the self-help niche, where you were helping people get through problems or make the most of their life, you can see how easy it would be to kind of tie in a lot of newsworthy stuff into your status updates and your content on your fan page. Okay, so now that I talked that you know about Facebook, the Facebook SEO, now let's talk about the other Web 2.0 properties. So this is really, particularly if you're going after a more competitive keyword term, this is really going to help you get that fan page ranked, and also you can get traffic from these other properties and get you can get traffic from other keywords with these other properties out here. So there's hundreds and hundreds of Web 2.0 properties out there, but I spend a lot of time just searching and researching which Web 2.0 properties are ranking the best and which ones are actually making it to the front page of Google. And so this is really the list whittled down. WordPress, Tumblr, Squidoo, Posterous, LiveJournal, Blogger, Twitter pages will rank. YouTube, your YouTube channels really aren't going to rank. I haven't seen too many of them rank in the search engines, but it's worth doing because one, you're going to need a YouTube channel anyway for if you're doing videos, but also it does help bring up all your other properties. And these two services or actually softwares programs that I've listed on the right are going to be your best friends. If you have WordPress, then Backlink Energizer is an awesome plugin that you can put in, and it will you can set it up so that it will go out to about 10 of your Web 2.0 properties, and it will syndicate content out there every time you update your site. And you can put in you can put in 80 to 100 links or URLs that you want links to, and each time you post, it's going to syndicate out this content, and then it's going to put a link to one of those sites. So it's a really good way to kind of use your Web 2.0 as an effective linking strategy. And also, the next is the best spinner. And the best spinner, if you're setting up a lot of Web 2.0s and you don't want to create content for all of them, that just unique content for all of them, the best spinner it's the best spinning software. For those of you that don't know what spinning articles are, you just put in an article into the best spinner, you hit one button, and it's going to replace about, depending on the article, it'll replace about 20 to 50% of the words with synonyms, and you can just spin it out a bunch of times so that it's about 30–40% unique article that isn't as high quality as the original, but it's high quality enough so when search engines come and read some of your Web 2.0 properties, you don't have to write new content, but the search engines come and they see that it's still relevant content to your niche, but it is unique. So as far as the setup of these Web 2.0s, you're going to want to set up on the ones that are well, basically all the ones that are except for Twitter and YouTube. You want to set them up with 3 to 4 pages each. Squidoo is one page, but it's got different modules in it, and you want to set up about 3 or 4, maybe even 5 modules on there. That'll be enough content where these sites will get ranked. On most of them, you can put embed an RSS feed in there, and so on your 4th page, on the back page of the site, you want to put an RSS feed, and that could be your Twitter RSS feed, it could be your YouTube RSS feed, or if you have a main site, then or a main blog, then you could embed that RSS feed there. And again, that's for activity, because you don't want to have to go to all these Web 2.0s and update them once a week with new content and new posts. You just put an RSS feed in there, and every time you update that RSS feed, all of them will update, and search engines see that as activity. And then another kind of workaround, if you don't want to keep creating unique content, or you don't like the spinning of the articles, or you think you've maxed out your articles in spinning, and you're kind of tired of writing articles, you can go out and buy PLR articles. That's private label rights articles. Go out and buy some PLR articles that are related to your topic, and you can drop those in your Web 2.0s. Some people I know are more comfortable buying the PLR articles and then spinning them, because they know that lots of other people have the PLR articles, so you can always spin those. And then what you want to do with these Web 2.0s, once you've got them set up, is in the content somewhere, usually on the home page, or on your second page, link to your Facebook fan page, and this is going to create a buffer and sort of a link buffer and a link pyramid around your Facebook fan page. And so this is going to bring up this is going to be high quality related links to your fan page. And so let's talk about the linking structure. And here you can see this is going to be the optimal way for you to link your Web 2.0 properties to your Facebook fan page. And again, for a lot of you, particularly if you're going after really, really long tail keywords, you're probably not even going to need this, but this is kind of getting a bit more advanced with how to get your fan page ranked. But this is going to be the best way to link all your Web 2.0 properties together. And I just wrote WordPress, Squidoo, Tumblr, Posters, all the names in there. But you can interchange them. So like where YouTube is, you could put put that where Squidoo is, and the Squidoo one you could put where Twitter is. But really, what I want you to get out of this is the linking structure between all of these. So this is called an open link wheel, and basically you take your first Web 2.0, so say that's WordPress, and you link that on one page to your Facebook site, and then your second, and then on your second or third page, and on one of your other pages, you link that to your second Web 2.0 property. And then you come to your second Web 2.0 property, and you link that once to your Facebook page, and then you take it again in another module in your Squidoo page, you link that to your Tumblr. And then you do the same thing for your Tumblr until you get to your last Web 2.0 property, and then you don't have to link that one to to the first Web 2.0. You just link it straight to your Facebook. I mean, you can link it to your second Web 2.0, but we found that it really doesn't make a difference. And this is called an open link wheel. So really, the last piece of the puzzle that you need to know is what to name all these Web 2.0s, because I mean, you've probably got content for all of them, or at least you know now where to get content for them, but you got to name them. So to name your Web 2.0s, go to the Google Wonder Wheel. If you don't know what the Google Wonder Wheel is, what you do is you put in the keyword phrase that you want your Facebook fan page to rank for, and you just search for that on Google. Down on the left-hand side, I'll actually show you. It's probably going to be the easiest. Say you wanted to rank for mobile Facebook. So do a search for mobile Facebook, and then come down here to More Search Tools and click Wonder Wheel. And what this is called latent semantic indexing. This is how Google decides what is relevant, what is related and relevant content. And so this is basically the stuff that Google wants to see to make around your site so that they know for sure that it is completely related to this topic. So the example that I'm using is if you wanted to rank for social media marketing best practices, you would look at the Wonder Wheel for social media marketing best practices, and then all these around it, and those are going to be what you name your Web 2.0s. And some of these are pretty long, but you don't absolutely have to have these as the URLs, but you want them as your page titles. If you can make them all your URLs and your page titles, that's going to be the best. Because Google's going to see your linking, that you have links to your Facebook page from websites that have these this exact information on them, and they're going to say that you have the most relevant site, that your fan page is the most relevant site on the internet to this keyword. And then they have no choice but to rank you high in the search engines for it. So that is how you name your Web 2.0s. And then this next slide I'm going to show you is even super more advanced, and it looks kind of complicated, but it's not. I'll explain it. But this, if you've still done all this stuff, and say you're ranking number 8 and you want to be ranking number 1, then this is going to take your Web 2.0 link wheel, and this is what we call a Web 2.0. This is called a link wheel pyramid, and so this is pretty fancy stuff. But so basically, what you do is you take your first Web 2.0. So say on here you can see the bottom right, it says Internet Marketing Best Practices. So you take that Web 2.0 and you do another link wheel to that keyword term. So all the blue circles, those are going to be more Web 2.0s, and you name those off of the Wonder Wheel from Internet Marketing Best Practices. So let me do this real quick. Social media marketing best practices. So there you go. So then you can So go to the Wonder Wheel, put in your main keyword phrase, and then take this, Internet Marketing Best Practices, and click it, and you get all of these off of this. So each one of these will become another Web 2.0 property. And then you come back here, and if you do this for each one, then your site is just going to absolutely kill it in the search engines. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of Web 2.0s, but you could either do it or you can have an outsourcer do it. But anyway, so going back to linking structure, what you want to do is you have your, we call them the blues, we call them level 3 Web 2.0s, and the Internet Marketing Best Practices, that level, we call them level 2 Web 2.0s. So on the level 3 Web 2.0s, what you want to do is you link that, each one gets linked to the level 2 that it's associated with in the Wonder Wheel. It gets linked to that, it gets linked to your Facebook fan page, and then it gets linked once to another level 3 Web 2.0 that has the same level 2 associated with it. So each one has 3 links except for the last one. The last one will only have 2 links because, again, you don't have to link it up and make it a full loop. You can just leave it open. So basically you just link it to another level 3, its parent level 2, and the Facebook fan page. So if you're just doing this and you're not even going to buy links from Fiverr, or you're not going to do forum links or anything like that, just this alone is going to get your Facebook fan page about 100 really high quality, high relevant links that when Google crawls all the sites, there's so many links that are just the perfect relevancy to your keyword, linking to your fan page. So that is that's basically my entire presentation. To go over really quick, the 4 factors that affect your ranking in the search engines for your fan page is your title, which to get that you go to Google Keyword Tool and you check the competition, find one that just has a bunch of pages ranking for it, and go after that keyword. And then next is going to be external links, or more commonly known inbound links. You can get those from Fiverr, press releases and forums. Internal links, those are internal Facebook links. You can get those from Short Task by getting a bunch of likes. You can get those from Fiverr by getting Facebook fans and likes, and you get that from doing the piggyback system for high quality content where people start commenting on your stuff, and then when people comment on your stuff, it shows up on their wall or their mini feed, and so that just increases the amount of internal links you have. And then also activity. So you want to make sure that you post to your site every 15 days. You put a Twitter tab on your fan page, so it just updates regularly. So that's it.
Awesome. Well, we definitely have a few questions that have come around here, so a lot of people are a little bit, you guys, this is advanced training for SEO, and in some aspect it is, quite a bit to take on. So if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, this is going to be up inside of the resources center, so you guys, you can.
And luckily I work here with Shane, so if you guys are on in there adding comments and asking questions, I'll be able to answer them pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and answer one question. A lot of you are kind of confused about what a Web 2.0 is. Actually, Julian, will you kind of show them or tell them what a Web 2.0, how it's not actually part of their main website, or it's not actually part of their fan page?
Yeah. Sure. So a Web 2.0, that's just basically like a free site or a site where you can go and set up a free website. So, for example, Facebook, that would be considered a Web 2.0. Twitter is a Web 2.0. Blogger, WordPress. I should have specified this. WordPress, if you're doing a self-hosted WordPress site, that is not a Web 2.0. But if you're setting up a WordPress site, so it's like shanesterns.wordpress.com, that is a Web 2.0 because it's hosted on it's basically a site, your site that you own, that's hosted on someone else's site.
Cool. Let's see here. Some people have asked, can you suggest an outsourced service that can do the Wonder Wheel Web 2.0 SEO?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. There's people on Fiverr who will do link wheels and Web 2.0 setups for you. I've found that most of them won't do the high quality Web 2.0s. If you can find someone on there, then definitely use that, because it's only going to be $5. And if you can get them to use these sites, then do that. But the best is going to be Odesk. If you go to Odesk, you can post a job up there. That's odesk.com. Post a job up there for a Web 2.0 builder, and you can pay them either by the hour, or you can pay them for the project. And if you wanted them to do something like this one, just the first level, you could even tell them how to do the Wonder Wheel and pick all the stuff off of there, and that would probably cost, I don't know, like $25 to $75. And then if you want them to do the whole thing, that would be more. That'd probably be about $150, $200, but it's still not going to be super expensive. But Odesk is going to be the best bet for getting someone on a per project basis just to do this.
Cool. Next question is, would this linking structure work with a fan page that doesn't have a keyword-rich name?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And this is the linking structure is probably going to be your best. It's going to be your best bet for getting it ranked if you don't have a keyword-rich domain, just because you have to have a keyword-rich domain. I mean, it's the biggest factor for your Facebook fan page. But so going out there and getting forum links will help a lot too. But getting like the Fiverr high quality links, that'll help, but it doesn't let the search engines know or give them a hint at all about kind of that you want to rank for those keyword terms, or that you should be ranked for those keyword terms. So in that case, I would absolutely I would take it to the next level. This slide that I have up now with kind of the whole Wonder Wheel, the entire link pyramid, because that's when search engines crawl those sites and they read them, and then they're constantly going back to your fan page. They're just forced to see that your page is related to all this stuff. So yeah, that's if the person who asked that question, definitely do the link pyramid and do forum links a lot.
Cool. Here's the next good question here: is if people have multiple fan pages, say they have they have multiple businesses, so they have 3 businesses, how would they, if they all have different audiences, would they actually have a different fan page and SEO for each one?
So let me understand the question perfectly. So they have different fan pages for different businesses?
Well, no, so some people are asking, so if they have different businesses, or say you have 3 different businesses, what kind of guidelines would you use on choosing whether or not to have one fan page or multiple fan pages for those when you're in?
Okay. Okay, so I would, more often than not, and I don't know specifically what the businesses are, but more often than not, I would have different fan pages, because you're going to have different sets of customers, and so you want to serve them differently. And by having different fan pages, not only will you be able to rank for different keywords that are more specific to what your customers are looking for. So, for example, if you have like a propane business and a fence business, those customers are completely different, and they're searching for different things. One of them is going to be searching for like temporary fences, and the other one is going to be searching for like propane delivery. And so you want to hit the propane delivery customers and potential customers with that keyword when they search for that, and then the fence people when they're searching for that business. So unless you have the same exact customer base for all the businesses, and they're searching for the same exact stuff to find both of your businesses, which probably is not the case. So I would definitely have different fan pages.
Cool. What about, someone's asking, I'm not sure if this is a relevant question or not, but does Ping FM do any of the Web 2.0 linking?
Ping FM.
That's kind of a different service, right?
Yeah. So Ping FM will not really do that. Ping FM will You can set up Ping FM so it will link all these to your fan page, but you're not going to be able to get it set up so it'll link to your to link in a pyramid structure. At least not to the point where it's going to be read by search engines as high quality links. Because one thing that you want to make sure is that the way that you're going to get the most value out of this is if you have those links in like a paragraph of content, which on Ping FM is kind of tough. You can't like post a full paragraph. It's just like 1 or 2 sentences.
Cool. Someone asked, how often do you need to publish content once you get your linking structure set up?
That's a really good question. So on the ones like Squidoo and WordPress, most of them, I'm trying to think of which ones you can't do. I think Posterous you cannot put RSS feeds on. If you put RSS feeds on, you don't really have to worry about going back in and posting a bunch of content. But even in Posterous, you can configure it so that it auto posts when, like, if you have a main site, it'll post. All you really need is some activity. So if you have an RSS feed, even if it's not your RSS feed, you can go to eZine, and if you're a lawyer, you can go to an eZine author that writes articles about the law all the time and just take that RSS feed and embed it in. All you need is one of the pages on the site to change occasionally, and if it's changing once a week, then you're good.
Cool. Someone wants to know if, let's see, the content posted on a Web 2.0 site should be posted on Facebook and Twitter.
It doesn't have to be. I mean, if you're putting really high quality content on the Web 2.0s and you want to put them on Facebook, or you want to link to them from your Twitter, then that's awesome. That's great. You can do that, but you don't have to at all. You can have them be completely separate entities.
So that won't actually affect the ranking or anything, whether or not they're posted on the Facebook.
Yeah, okay. No, it won't help or detract from the ranking.
Okay. Can you? Elsa's wondering if you can give a brief explanation of what RSS feeds are.
Oh yeah, sure. So an RSS feed, if we go, so I said, I'll get back to it. So I said eZine author. So if an eZine author RSS feed, let's see. So an RSS feed is basically, it's on most blogs, it's on pretty much every blog, and all of your Web 2.0s. Let me think. Yeah, all your Web 2.0s have their own RSS feeds. So if you go to, and basically what they are is a feed that automatically updates whenever anything is published. So this is going to be the eZine Author Legal RSS feed. It's this little thing. As you can see, the RSS feed comes up. And it's up here. If you're in Mozilla, this is going to be the easiest way to find it. You can just click this little Mozilla thing, and up here it's feeds.ezinearticles.com, or whatever it is. But you can just take this, and in a lot of them, you can just embed that into your Web 2.0. Sometimes what you might need to do is set up a FeedBurner account, and FeedBurner allows you to it gives you an HTML embed code that you can just put into the pages, and it will basically post all this stuff. But to answer the question, the RSS feed is basically whenever eZine articles, an article is put into the legal section, this will update. So this article is going to move down one, and a new article will be put up here, and then it just automatically updates. So you don't have to do anything. It's just automatic activity.
Awesome. Okay, guys, we're going to take about 3 or 4 more questions. Well, actually, we'll do 5 more questions, and just so you know, all you guys can keep asking questions as you review the trainings and the teachings inside the members area. And like Julian said, he works in the office, so we'll be helping give you extended support on these SEO things. If you're new to SEO, we kind of help you out. So I'm going to do about 4 or 5 more questions here. So someone asked, what is the best way to link your WordPress site to your Facebook? Would a Facebook plugin be okay, or do you need to do something else?
Yeah, so a Facebook plugin is great, and that does count as a link. So that's that could be one of the easiest ways to do it. The best way from a straight SEO perspective is going to be in like a paragraph or an article of content, like right in the middle of the paragraph, right in the middle of the content somewhere. Just link to it, and if you can link to it with your keyword term as the link, so like as that blue underlined area that people click and then they get over to your Facebook fan page. If you can get that with and that link being your keyword term, and that is in the content of the article, like right in the middle, surrounded by an entire paragraph about your topic, then that's going to be the absolute best way to do it.
Cool. All right. Someone's saying, would creating more Facebook pages with Wonder Wheel names, then linking them back to your main page be powerful, or is it best to use multiple domains?
I never thought about that. That's kind of a cool idea. It's not going to help you as much. It might help you a little bit, but it's going to help you a lot more having separate websites, and it's going to help you more having a bunch of different type of Web 2.0. So if you have a WordPress, Tumblr, Squidoo, Posterous, and all this stuff, more than if you just built them all in WordPress, because each site has its own IP address and they're hosted in different areas of the world. And so Google actually looks at that stuff and knows it. And so they like to see links coming back to your fan page from different geographic areas, from different IP addresses. It just adds diversification. And so yeah, so it's going to be better to build completely separate Web 2.0s.
Cool. Sheldon asks, other than linking each Web 2.0 to themselves and to the Facebook page, would it be worth the extra effort to send backlinks such as a forum profile to the Web 2.0 sites in the wheel pyramid?
Yeah, absolutely. So that would be like, I guess, the next step after you've built the Web 2.0 pyramid. What you should do then is, for the first level of Web 2.0, so the ones that are right around your Facebook, link to those with forums, link to those with press releases, do those with high quality links. And then once you get down to this level and you've got the kind of the second level beyond that first set, you can just send tons of links. I mean, like spammy type links. You could go on Fiverr, you can find someone who'll do like 1,000 links and get them sent to all those. But yeah, absolutely. So sending links to the sites that link to your fan page, which is the page you want to get ranked, is going to help tremendously.
Cool. So we got a few more coming in here. This will be the last question here. Can you explain the last graph after the Google wheel? What are the blue dots? Is the pinkish box an article you've written?
Okay,
so
cool.
Clarification on that.
Yeah, for sure. So you've got the Facebook fan page that, in this example, let's say that we want to have it ranked for social media marketing best practices. So that's our Facebook fan page name, ideally. And then we've got all of these terms. So social media marketing best practices news, social media marketing best practices Twitter, social media marketing best practices 2, social networking best practices. These are going to be what you name your first level of Web 2.0s. And so build a WordPress that is named social media marketing best practices news, for example, and just build this kind of wheel like this. And then once you've done that, you want to go another level out. So on the Wonder Wheel, you click Internet Marketing Best Practices, and that's the example we have here. The blue dots are going to be another set of Web 2.0s. So build another WordPress, another YouTube, another Twitter, another Blogger, another Tumblr, another Squidoo. Build those out here, and so the blue dots are another set of Web 2.0s that you name off the Wonder Wheel, and then these red lines are links. So you're going to link your blue Web 2.0s to the relevant first set of Web 2.0 that you built, link it to your Facebook fan page, and then link it to another Web 2.0. You think that answers the question, Shane?
Yeah, definitely. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up now. The questions have kind of slowed down. I think we've been really clear. I really want to encourage you guys that, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if the SEO stuff and the mobile stuff feels really new to you and you feel like that, Julian and Laura might have moved fast, that's okay. even on some of these topics where, I'm not an expert in them, I would have thought they were, it would have been pretty overwhelming. But all these videos are going to be posted in the members area, so you really want to take the time to review these because, Julian and Laura are really experts on these topics and know a lot more than a lot of people. So really take the time and go back through them, and if you watch them a few more times, you'll find that this information is really clear and really, presented in a great way, and, with all the resources and help that we can give you by answering your additional questions in the members area, we really think you guys are going to get a great hang of that. So with that said, we're going to wrap that up, and for these videos that were filmed today, we'll get these up either tomorrow afternoon or Saturday morning, and we'll send you guys all out an email on that. Also, as a reminder, you guys will have access to the members area for as long as forever. So this isn't going to get closed down. You're not going to lose this. So even if you don't want to access the members area, you can download all the videos and all of the tutorials. So we're really, really thankful for everyone that joined in each week with us and that partook in this training program, and glad that we can do this for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and sign out here, and we'll be looking forward to interacting with you guys on the members area. So everybody have a great night.
Yeah, thanks everybody.